Shanquella's Facebook? Because I had seen these posts before on Shanquella's Facebook, but I hadn't really gone into them and connect them to this case because Shanquella had spoke many times last year and in 2021 about her lack of trust in her friends and how people can switch up on you in a matter of seconds, and just how, she's quick to cut off energy when it comes to fake friends. So I thought let's go through her Facebook to take a look at some of these posts and kind of put it into context because Shanquella had already had issues with not trusting friends. So it'll take time. If you're patient, we're going to go through these different posts. And I will stop once I see one that I want to discuss. Ooh, okay, about this, guys. But if you have been looking on her page, you will notice that she talks about this issue. And sorry, guys, I just am going to go authentically through her video, her Facebook here. So let's see. Oop, okay, so she's talking about something random there. And if you guys are aware, we talked about yesterday that she had been consulting psychic mediums. So what's to say that she was not consulting in them about or confiding in the psychic medium about maybe some friends that she had had issues with? So far we haven't gotten to those posts yet, but I have seen them. Let's see. Okay. Here's one here where she reposted November 13th, 2021. She says, I unfriend MFs left and right. I hate a negative bitch. You got 3 times for me to see you being a negative Nancy, and I'm getting you the F out. So she's already been dealing with jealous friends. Remember I was telling you before that people get jealous of Shanquella? Well, she's showing you that she's been dealing with a history of it. And that is a great example of it. Let me see here. Can't wait to find the love I give. No, that doesn't say it. Shout out to dads that grew up without. Let's see. This says shout out to the dads that grew up without dads, try to be the best dad they can be. Okay, so that can give context to her relationship with her dad. That's probably why she reposted that, because she has a good relationship with her dad. I'm not checking for nobody, so nobody should be checking for me. Okay. I don't care how much money I got and make. I'm lying to them people. Ooh, no, she didn't. So that's not it. Hold on, guys. Okay, this is a good one too, y'all. Check it out. This is a good one too. It said, it's crazy because N-words be jealous of B-words lifestyles too. Like, that's weird AF. And remember, we have been talking about in these videos that our opinion was that we suspect that possibly Khalil has some jealousy issues. And we said, men can be jealous of women too. It's not just women jealous on women. And there could have been some underlying jealousy as it related to Khalil. Remember, because he also was an aspiring business owner, and he's here witnessing all this, the success of his friend who's got multiple businesses, who's doing well. And look, somebody put in the comments, this is for Khalil Cook. They put that 5 days ago. So look, she posted this back May 10th, 2020. So that's the second post, but there's a lot more, guys. And just be patient with me because I'm authentically going through her Facebook. So I just want to make sure I don't miss anything. Okay, y'all make me know. Oh, no, that doesn't have anything to do with it. Okay, guys, look at this one that she reposted April 26th, 2021. Let's take a look at what she reposted. She said, life is so weird. Now you don't know who to trust. You don't know who really love you. You don't know who really out to get you. Can y'all see that? all you know, all you know is stay on your toes and be ready for whatever in front of you. You see this? Shanquella is venting back last year. She had already been dealing with hater friends saying you don't know who to trust, you don't know who really love you, who really out to get you. That makes me believe she already has seen some signs in some people around her. Who knows if she suspected some shady things going on with Khalil. We don't know who she's talking about, but clearly there was an allegation that Khalil's her best friend. He's going on all these trips with her. What if she's kind of hinting to her observations of that friendship or whatever friendship she's saying? Here she posts April 22nd, 2021. She says, "This year I'm doing everything that makes me happy." And now she's reposting other people's comments, but you guys know usually people repost things because it's something that they're experiencing in their life they can identify with. And so clearly she identifies with this person's comment that this year I'm doing everything that makes me happy. And that's important to know because it's said that Shaquilla is a giver. She's always trying to do everything for people. She's always going out of her way. Clearly, there's an allegation in this case that she paid for the villa. So again, that's a allegation that can show that she is a giver, always doing everything for everyone else, and she just can't help it because that's just her nature. So let's take a look more, guys. She put here on April 20th, 2021, she said, "That good heart you got, some gonna attract a lot of people with bad intentions." This girl foreshadowed. She knew things that she had been going through. People don't just post things randomly. She had been experiencing already some shady things going on with alleged friends that were doing things. And she has a good heart. This is what her family is saying about her. And she's saying that good heart you got gonna attract a lot of people with bad intentions. And look what happened in this case. Unbeknownst to Shanquella going on this trip with a good heart to try to, try to throw the best party and celebration she can for these people who really could care less for her, paying for the villa and everything allegedly, and these people had bad intentions for her. That's just crazy. That's crazy, y'all. Crazy, huh? Then she posts on April 16th, 2021. She said, "It be too many sides with MFs. That's why I F with myself. It be too many sides." Remember, our theory and our allegation is that we think that possibly Khalil was playing two sides. Now, again, I don't know if Shanquella is talking about Khalil or anyone related to the Cabo case, but I'm just trying to look into it, try to see if I can apply it. It obviously appears because she's posting a lot about fake friends, fake people, having a good heart, people bad intentions, that she's been dealing a lot with fake people around her. But the fact that she's saying it be too many sides with people, it just made me think, does this comment, could it possibly apply to Khalil? Because my allegation or theory, just an opinion, not a fact, an opinion. Got to keep emphasizing that because people don't understand what that means. But anyway, opinion is I think Khalil was playing two sides. He had many sides to him. One minute he's buddy and talking mess, in my opinion, to the Cabo Six about Shanquella. And then another time he over there trying to smile in Shaquella's face, trying to get what he can out of her as it relates to her success, her business, and different things like that. I think he was using Shaquella because of all her financial success, trying to, learn what he could to try to get his business going, and his business just wasn't working. Ooh, okay, this is a good one too. This one's pertinent. Let's take a look. She reposts this too, because clearly, obviously, she was dealing with somebody or people in her life with negative energy. This was posted, it seemed like all last year, she had fake people around her. This is a common theme in Shaquella's life, which is very sad, is that there's a lot of people that are jealous, that are out to get her. They're envious of this woman's success, her beauty, all kinds of things. You guys can name it. But here she posts April 16th, 2021. She reposts from someone else. She said, "I'm in the most weirdest place of my life right now. Happy because I love who I'm becoming, but hurting because I know I gotta let people I love the most go. because they no longer serve me anymore. But I'm ready, so ready to see the outcome of this process. I just know God finna show out with me. See, it's like she knew. I wonder too, like if she contemplated ending the friendship with Khalil, but you know when you have them long friendships and you just it be hanging by the thread and you have seen some red flags in people but you still hanging on by that little small thread, that could have been what was going on too. But again, we don't know who she's talking about. It seems like Shanquella had a lot of influences around her, so she could have been talking about anybody, but it's just giving you a context to what was going on with Shanquella in her life, even dating back a year before this happened, that Shanquella had been dealing with a lot of fake energy, fake people, jealous people. So it's no surprise to me, and shouldn't be any surprise to you, that she dealt with the same thing allegedly on the Cabo trip. I'm gonna start saying allegedly after every sentence, because when I say allegedly once or twice or an opinion, people they automatically say, "Oh my God, you didn't say allegedly," and I'm like, here we go. Oh, people are so picky. Okay, here. And she was dealing with also allegedly family issues. On April 15th, 2021, Shanquella says, I wish I had a family that was tight. My family acts like enemies. The SHIT is sad. You see that? So she was also having issues within her family. I don't know what part of that relationship was strained. I don't know what family member she was having issues with, but clearly she had instability in that too. Okay, so this is very sad. Shanquella seemed like she just didn't have any real people around her she could trust. It's real sad. Let's see if we can find anything else. Oh, look, okay, I see another one right here. So April 14, 2021 says, any bee that ever laughed at my pain got it even harder. Be careful what you joke about. So people was laughing at Shanquella about the things she may have gone through because they wanted to see this girl fail. They were waiting for her failure, but each time she was rising above it and becoming more successful and more successful, and sometimes surpassing some of the people around her. And that's what was causing all this jealousy and hatred around this woman. And it's real sad because she's pretty much been dealing with this for a long time in her life. Okay, that one is just about a guy issues. Okay, she says, forgiving people in silence, never speaking to them again is a form of self-care. She knew exactly what to do. You know, forgive people in silence, never speak to them again. When she's dealing with fake friends. So, man, it just seems like there's just a history with this poor girl. And this is April 14th again, 2021, where there's just people around her that constantly keep portraying this poor woman. That's why, to me, it just makes more sense now when we think about the Cabo case, the Cabo tragedy. Shanquella has been surrounded by fakeness most of her life, her success. And she goes to the Cabo trip, and more than likely, that's what she experienced. She was around fake people at that trip. Again, fake friends. The same thing that she's been talking about a year ago. I don't care how heavy that crown is, put it on your head. So apparently she was going through some stuff. Heavy that crown is, you can interpret that in all kinds of ways. Heavy the crown. The more successful you get in life, the more alone you become. You can interpret this to mean the more successful she became, the more stuff that she had to deal with, but she was willing to still, put that crown on of success and endure those hardships. But it has this underlying tone of inferring that this woman knows the pain, the betrayal that she's dealt with because of the advancement in life, the more successful, the more crown of glory, crown of success she faced in life, the more she came across a lot of jealous, fake friends that claimed to be her friends that really didn't care about her. But the comment about men being jealous of women too was very telling to me, you guys. That one was probably, we read a lot of these comments already. But the comment about men being jealous of women really, really made me start thinking of Khalil. She already knew about men being jealous of her. What's to say she didn't notice some red flags in that friendship with Khalil, but again, hanging on to that friendship by a small little thread, hoping that it'll change and get better. And it led to her sad demise because she trusted this fake friend one more time, probably thinking, hey, I'll trust him again. I see some things, that I don't like sometimes, but I'll trust him. And sadly, let's take a look at this one. April 14th. It seemed like she's going through a lot on April 14th of last year because she posted a lot on April 14th. But she says here, nobody apologized for how they treated me. They just blame me for how I reacted. Okay, so there was people around her treating her horribly, and when she stands up for herself, they got a problem with it. I mean, you could even think about it with this. Then in this case, we don't know what happened. All we could do is speculate. But what if at some point that night on October 28th, Shanquella stood up for herself and said, hey, I don't know what's going on. Everybody seems to be, avoiding me. What's going on? I feel like y'all, have some negative energy towards me. What if she did that? And then people just, again, Diogene with her negative attitude, jealousy, had an issue with that. Who knows? We don't know. But just looking at this, you just put it into context that Shanquella has a nature of, if you keep picking on her for so long, or she keeps seeing this fake energy with you for so long, she will eventually react. She will have something to say. But then everybody has a problem when she finally stands up for herself, and then they want to put the blame on her. But they don't look at what they did to get her to that point. So this post here that she reposted from someone else can kind of clue you in on the nature of Shanquella, that she will put up with a lot of stuff, She'll observe red flags about people, things that she can't trust, but eventually she's going to react. And people don't like that when she stands up for herself because they're so used to her being friendly and passive and going with the flow and being positive. But when she finally stands up, all of a sudden everybody have an issue with it. That's just my opinion. Again, all this is just opinion, guys. Here, April 14th, she posts a broken heart. It says, my girl, March 23rd says, my girl really getting BK to herself. I'm so happy to see her having a full control. See what a good friend Shanquella was? She was so supportive, man. Look at that. So broken heart here. Clearly she was experiencing a broken heart. Who knows if this was the time of her breakup? We know that she broke up with the other guy who was floating around claiming he was still in a relationship with her when that was a lie. Allegedly, based upon what the parents are saying, that she has a whole new boyfriend, but she was experiencing heartbreak April 14th, and she posted a lot on that date alone. Most of the posts we just went over was all on the same day. So there was a lot of going on. It seemed like it had to do with a friend too, because she was posting about fake friends, fake energy. When she reacts to things, people don't like it. Here, though, you can see the nature of her being such a good friend. She celebrates her friends' wins. When they win at something, when they're successful at something, she can post about it. She can give people applause. But when it comes to her success, it appears to me, in my opinion, people can't give her the same energy back. It's like they're always hating. They always jealous. It's like she has these one-sided friendships where she's on one side, she's here providing all the support, as you see in these different posts, that she's always the one that's the giver, always doing all these good things, and to the point where she finally said that the new year she was going to do for herself and not look out for other people. But you could see she didn't even own up. She didn't even keep that promise to herself because of how big her heart is. Her heart is so big to want to give. She just can't even resist the desire to give to people. But when it comes to people being there for her, nobody's there for her, though. They're always hating or jealous or trying to wish negative on her. It's pretty sad. It seems like Shanquella went through a lot of emotional stuff. Okay? And she says here, I'm an alpha female. I don't look for a man to provide for me financially. I'm also not going to deal with a man that cannot provide. So this shows here of her entrepreneur aspect. She'll work the grind. She'll be successful. You see that she did that too with her two businesses. She doesn't depend on people to get her success. She works for it. She's a go-getter. That can produce some jealousy in people too. because of the confidence that she has. And you can tell she has that confidence because if you watch those different videos that we looked at time and time again about the Cabo trip, she was the one that was the confident one, that was comfortable in her own skin, that was the happy, rambunctious one, that even though the energy wasn't really receptive to her, she didn't really care. She wasn't moved by the rejection. She was still happy in her own right. So I'm just going here too to see if there's anything else, guys. There may or may not be anything else, but let's just take a look. Ooh, good thing I kept going. See, this is even now in 2020. We just skimmed through 2021. Now we're going back to 2020. How many years has this girl been dealing with fake friends, y'all? How many years has she been dealing with this? This is all leading up to the Cabo 6 tragedy. I feel so sad for Shanquella, who's been dealing with ongoing years of hatred and jealous friends. But look at this, guys. December 7th, or let's see when she actually posted it. She reposted this January. Sorry, I misspoke because the guy who actually wrote it 2020, but Shanquella reposted this January 26th, 2021. More than likely, she was feeling this on this date in 2021. She says, life officially taught me anyone, ain't this the truth? Anyone can switch up. No matter the history, or the bond. What have we been talking about in this case? A lot of our opinions have been that we felt that Khalil was switching up on Shanquella. He claimed up and down he has this bond with her, that they've been friends for 5 years. He's been fake traveling with her and her family to all these trips. But when it comes down to it, he switches up when he's around his other friends. Look at this. And she's been dealing with this, who knows with what friend or who friends, but life has taught her that. So evident, based on her comments here, that she's been dealing with a lot of fake people that switch up on her. And it's been really weighing on her. She said, life officially taught me anyone can switch up on you. So when she was in that room and all those people were surrounding the door, blocking her ability to leave, video recording her, and Dejanay coming there with her stank, jealous attitude, just bitter and hateful because she's insecure in her own self and can't stand somebody who's confident in their own skin and have their own stuff together. And so confident that she can be the happy, rambunctious one to really shine in who she is. I don't think Shanquella was surprised when Khalil sat back there watching, because she had already been dealing with this for a while, that life has taught her anyone can switch up, no matter the history or the bond. Aren't these posts so cryptic to you that it literally foreshadows the tragedy that we see in the Cabo incident? It's very eerie because the words she spoke, it was like you could apply it to the Cabo tragedy. My gosh, guys. And look what this girl comments. This girl was on the comments because there's a lot of people around fishing for this. She says, this is all I needed to see in order to confirm she was being bullied for a while, long before her death. Rest in peace. I pray God keeps you. And it's true. This girl has been bullied long before her death. And I've seen this happen with women like Shanquella. Women that are confident, women that have it going on, that are successful. People get jealous. Very sad. And when you're that type of person, you have to protect your energy. You have to constantly be watchful of every person around you because you don't know who's your friend or who isn't. But here she says, just because I shared it doesn't mean I'm going through it. I just understand it. This last part here, I just understand it. Well, how do you understand it? Is because you've experienced it. You may not be currently going through it, but clearly you understand it because you can identify with it because you've been through it. And you can see a clear pattern with Shanquella that she keeps posting repeatedly. We went through several videos. It's now 4 minutes into this live of different posts of Shanquella stating that she's dealing with fake people that switch up on her. So, in my opinion, Shanquella's been going through this. She may say she's not going through it at the time, but this could even not even be really reflecting. She probably just don't want people to know because people were probably reaching out to her, checking on her, saying, "Are you okay, Shanquella? I see that you posted some things about fake friends. What's going on?" So she probably put that up there to be like, "Look, y'all don't be coming for me. Don't come for me. I'm just posting this just because." But that I understand it. Even if you may not be experiencing it at the time, if you understand it, you understand it because you've been through it. You're not going to just be reposting things for no reason. You know what I mean? Let's see if there's anything else. Ooh. This was posted January 19th. It says, MS be trying to play me like I'm stupid or retarded. I'ma stand on some SHIT before I let it in. Pull a fast one on me. Again, she's been dealing with a lot of fake energy around her, which is why she felt a sense of confusion for this whole year and the year dating back to 2020. Remember, we can put this together with her consulting the psychic around the same frame that she's posting these posts because she was searching for answers. She was grieving because all these fake people around her switching up on her and she didn't know what to do about it. So she started searching for answers by consulting that psychic that we talked about yesterday, who came out and said and showed us messages from Shanquella messaging her all the way from 2020 to May 2021 and repeatedly using her psychic services to talk about relationships. Probably, all kinds of relationships. She particularly was saying romantic relationships, but we don't know the extent of the other psychic readings she received because she received several. She had been regularly going to this psychic. So, and now we put it together with all of these posts, just post after post after post, month after month after month, her talking about fake friends, fake people, men, cheat, jealous, switching up on people. She was emotionally tired and searching for answers and trying to figure out why. Why are all these people jealous of me? Why do these people keep switching up on me? And so she reached out to the psychic to get answers because of the confusion, because of the pain that she had been dealing with all these people. It's very sad. I think Shanquella might even been experiencing some form of depression that she may not have come out about. She mentioned in the post that some family members weren't even real. So that's another thing we got to look at too. We don't know what family member she's talking about, but it seemed like nobody was really there for her. You know what I mean? I don't know, y'all. I don't know. I'm not trying to get on the family. I don't want to talk about that, but she clearly posted about it, so something's going on with that. Ooh, let's see what this one's about here. Let's take a look at what she reposted January 12th. And she just reposted other people. She said, "I want to be very clear. I can't help nobody with SHIT this year. This is my selfish year. I spent so much time trying to help people and supporting people that did not support me at all. I spent so much of my time trying to help people and supporting people that did not support me at all or genuinely." And this is consistent, guys, with the allegation in this case that people are alleging that she paid for the villa. It seems like that's consistent with her nature, that she's always helping support people. And they don't care about her or give her the same energy back. It's one-sided relationships she's been in, all these one-sided friendships. She said, "I don't have SHIT and I don't got SHIT. Everything that I do for the remainder of the year is for me only." It feels like deja vu. Didn't we just read a post about her saying the same thing before here, saying that she's going to be all about herself? She reposted this again, but in a different context this time. She's going to try to do more things for herself, but it seems like even though she has the intention to try to do things for herself, her big heart just gets the best of her, and she goes back and tries to help people who don't care about her and don't support her at all. Just jealous. Just jealous because she was shining in her whole right. Mm-mm-mm. This is sad, y'all. This is sad. People are all going through her posts too. Okay, let's see. These are all advertisements for her business. So you see she had a very thriving, consistent. Oh, look at this one, y'all. Take a look at this one. Wow. Dang, I mean, I lost count. I don't know about y'all, but I lost count of all the posts about fake people. But this one right here, it says January 5th, 2021. God protect me from the ones I love that don't love me. Wow. Shanquella knew people were fake around her. People that she loved that didn't really love her. Who was her friend in January 2021? Khalil. Mm-hmm. Yep, he was her friend. And she loved him. We've seen a Instagram post where she tells Khalil that she loves him, but he didn't love her, in my opinion. In my opinion. It was fake love because, in my opinion, the subsequent actions that he took to allegedly go to Salamandra, Shanquella's mother's home and eat dinner with her for 3 days straight, and then bring over her murderer, allegedly, Dejanay, and bring over another fake friend who was at the Cabo trip, allegedly, Winter Donovan, and they all lied to this woman. Is that love to you? Does that sound like love to you? No. She loved Khalil and he didn't love her. God protect me? What if she felt a fear, that one day she would be portrayed in the worst way? And, silently posted this as a way to, you know, express a prayer to God to protect her, because sometimes her heart is too big and all consuming that she loves with just this big heart, but people don't love her back and she can't help but to love because that's just her nature. So she said, I was telling God, within my big heart, I can't contain the love that I have for these people. So I need you to intervene and protect me from these negative energies, people that aren't really sincere in my life. And this is January 5th. This is sad, guys. This story's, every time we get on these lives, it gets sadder and sadder each live. To realize the long history of fake friends around this woman, that this just was not a Cabo trip gone bad. This girl has been dealing with hatred for, at least we can date back a full year, just January 2021. She had fake friends because she kept posting the same common theme of fake people switching up all the time, or people that she loves that don't care for her. Oh my gosh, this is sad, y'all. It's so sad. Man, this poor girl. It's alone. It's hard being successful sometimes, being beautiful, being confident, being happy in your own skin, because you got to deal with a lot of negative, jealous people, especially people who smile in your face. 2021, I'm letting everything from my past go. One of my biggest problems is I need to let go of BS. Going with some fake BS people. This doesn't really have anything to do with anything, guys. It's just about some arrests that she reposted about an aspiring rapper. An upcoming rapper was killed in a shooting. A woman was arrested. But this has nothing to do with the jealousy thing. Wow. Now we're going to 2020, guys. Dang. So we went through the whole year of the whole year of 2021. You've seen several, I lost count of how many posts we've seen of fake friends. Dang, there's a common theme with Shanquella: fake friends, jealousy, and people who she loves who don't love her. That's the common theme with Shanquella. Now we're going to 2021. 2020. Look at the date. December 13th, 2020. She says, it's only so much one person can bear. Dang. The amount of pain Shanquella was going through, it was becoming unbearable for her back in 2020. Who knows what it was about, but clearly relationships around her, stuff around her was all consuming to this poor young lady years before the Cabo trip. It's important that we look at these because it really helps put into context. November 30th, she says some SHIT be crystal clear, really in your face. Let's put this into context, y'all. With the Cabo trip, some things, or I'm not going to say the word here, but some things be crystal clear, really in your face. Well, what was crystal clear in those videos? Remember that video where she's walking around all by herself? Remember, there's 5 rooms in that, 5 bedrooms in that villa, but interesting and strange enough, all 5 individual suspects are in one room huddled up. And the only person that's by herself, which is weird, is Shanquella searching for these people. That is crystal clear in your face that something is weird going on with that friendship. The post about her skinny dipping all by herself, that was crystal clear in your face that something about that energy and that trip was weird. The dinner time, the taco bar where they're sitting down, 3 of the women are all clustered together on one side of the table. Shanquella on the end of the table next to Khalil, but looking at Khalil's demeanor, he's also focused on the left side of the table where we have Dejanay, we have Winter and Elise, and finally we have Malik all on that side. Shanquella's on the very end. She was the outsider. Things be crystal clear in your face that something's off. Sad, y'all. Sad. You could just apply it to the story, man. Even though this has nothing to do with it because it was over a year ago, but it's just showing that Shanquella was observing a fake energy around her. But sometimes I think she had to realize she had to try to make this trip the best that she could. She was already there in Cabo, and it was nothing really she felt she could do, but just try to make the best of it, which is what she was trying to do. But then indirectly call them out when she said, "It don't take you that long to get naked." It was like she was calling them out indirectly about their suspicious behavior. You know what I mean? She was indirectly doing it, indirectly confronting them about what is y'all doing in this room? Something is suspicious going up. It's really clear in my face that something's off. It don't take you that long to get naked. What are y'all doing? Because I'm here looking for you. That's why she recorded it. It's like Shanquella speaking from the grave. Man. This story, man, y'all, this story is just, oh, I haven't seen a story like this, I say, in my life. Let's see if there's anything else, y'all. I just want to just look and see if there's any other anything in here else we can find. See, she's still promoting her business. The young lady just had it going on, had her own models. Y'all, she was winning in life. She's 25 years old doing this. Okay, I don't know if there's gonna be anything else. So we are gonna go into her videos because there's a video I wanted to see. Oh, I'm glad I kept going. I'm glad I kept going because I was about to give up, y'all. October 13th, 2020 says, I'm not hanging with no B who don't want all the smoke behind me because best believe I'm stepping on any B I call my friend. Y'all bodies be different. Okay. I don't want any B who don't want all the smoke behind me because best believe I'm stepping on any B I call my friend. Y'all bodies be different. That's an interesting comment here. I'm thinking maybe she's saying, I'm not going to hang out with anyone that's not going to have my back, who's going to support me. even in the times that I'm winning, and I may be interpreting this is just my opinion of it. Even in the times I'm winning, I want them to have my back because, sorry, I'm stepping for any. Look at it again. I'm not hanging with any B who don't want all the smoke behind me because best believe I'm stepping for any B I call my friend. Y'all bodies be different. What she's saying here is, I'm not hanging with someone who doesn't have my back, even in everything. You know, who's going to applaud me, who's gonna support me in all aspects. Because if you're my friend, I'm gonna step for you. I'm gonna celebrate you. I'm gonna celebrate your success. I'm gonna be your cheerleader. And she's saying, y'all people out here are fake. Y'all different. Y'all act different. Y'all don't support each other. When you see your friend winning, you start hating and getting jealous. So she's trying to say, I'm gonna change the standards in my friendships. And if you're not willing to support me, even in the times that I'm doing good, then I'm not gonna have you around my energy like that. And this is in 2020, October, man. This girl has been dealing with years and years of fake, jealous friends. Can you believe this? This one right here is very telling. I'm not hanging with no B who don't want all the smoke behind me because y'all best believe I'm stepping for any person, I'm gonna say, I call my friend. She's saying, but y'all out here be different. Y'all energy different. You guys don't support your friends. You don't have your friends back till the end. She's saying, what I bring to a friendship is I bring trust, I bring support. I will celebrate my friend's success. So that's what I'm saying. My opinion is Shanquella for many years have had one-sided friendships. One-sided friendships where she would go to the end of the earth for her friends. She would have their back. She would applaud them. She would support them. And on the other side of that friendship, she had fake, jealous people around her who was using her, taking advantage of her kindness, and secretly jealous of her for many years. And she noticed it, which is why now, with this observation, she more than likely noticed it on the trip, but again, trying to make the best of the trip. And you can tell she was calling them out indirectly when she's walking around saying, it don't take you that long to get naked. Where y'all at? She was suspicious. She was suspicious. It was clear something was going on in that room, but she couldn't figure out, what was going on in there. Man, this is sad. Don't lead me to no BS. I'm getting money, minding my own business. See, she's saying I'm an entrepreneur. I'm focused on my success. My mind is focused on, expanding in life, rising above in life. Again, here she says here, talking about, again, fake friends. Y'all make a post about something your friend went through or going through, then it's saying it's in general. Nah, that's low-key sneak dissing, weird flex. Again, October 13th, she's talking about fake two-sided people out here exposing what people are going through. It's like when you confide in a friend and you tell them about something you're dealing with, and that fake friend goes back and posts your information online and then try to claim like it's a general post. She like, nah, I'm calling you out. You're fake and sneak dissing. Weird. That's what she's saying. Y'all weird. And you never know. What if she experienced that back in 2020 October? Some fake friend out there, she confided in that friend about what she was going through, and then that friend goes and tries to post about it. And she like, y'all fake. Y'all fake. Another post about fake friends. It's a common theme. Fake one-sided friends. Fake one-sided jealous people in Shanquella's life for many years. That is very sad. She didn't have anybody in her life that really had her back, it seems like. But she cared about so many other people. She loved people. Shanquella loved people that didn't love her. That's sad. Me and my friends jump, so don't come effing with me. I don't care. That one, I don't know what that really means. If somebody WWF me, my people better get the strap. Oh, look at the reaction of that. If this is not predicting and foreshadowing what she is saying, what happened in this case? If somebody WWE me Who did we see WWE Shanquella in Cabo? Allegedly Dejanay. My people better get the strap. My people better stand up for me. My people better step in and defend me. And what happened on the trip? Nobody did. That's sad. She didn't have any people there that supported her. That is heartbreaking. Wow. What a bombshell post back in 2020 she posted October 6th. WWE me? Dejanay was WWEing her, beating the life out of poor Shanquella, body slammed her like what do they do in those WWE? They body slam people. That's what that's what Dejanay did. She was punching her like a punching bag, grabbed her by the neck, swung her around, body slammed her like you would see in a WWE show. And she said, my people better get the strap. This is crazy, y'all. Wow. I didn't go this far when I looked through her posts a couple weeks ago, so I didn't see this one. But this one right here, I got to read this one a couple times, y'all. I'm sorry, because this one right here, this foreshadows exactly what happened in Cabo. But except for the sad part of this is nobody got the strap. Nobody stood up for her. Nobody defended her. Nobody protected her, except my belief based upon the investigative report from the reporter who spoke to lead attorney. He says a woman did come in and stop the fight when Shanquella was pretty much on the ground. And that woman, I suspect, my theory and the allegation that I think it is Elise. That's the only reasonable explanation I believe it is. Because we know Winter Green allegedly was in that room talking about why she gotta fight back. Her voice sounds so sinister, like those mean girls in high school you deal with. So my theory is, and based on the background with Elise, what was going on with Elise, she just lost her sister the day before. My theory is she did come in and step up for Shanquella. But with this post, Shanquella means your people. Who was her people at this trip? Her people. Khalil. Did Khalil step up and have her back? No. Did Khalil get the strap? No. He sat there passively watching this poor girl, allegedly passively, because all we could see is from the video, he sat there quiet looking. That's what we saw in the video. You don't get to see his full body, but if you look, you see his beard. You can see his beard. You can see a little snippet of his face just looking in on the fight, but not saying a word. If somebody WWE me, dang. Look at the comment from somebody who's going through these posts. They said, sad what happened to baby girl. It breaks my heart. Every time I see a shared post for her, I will make calls and trips so that SHIT gets done because the cops ain't doing anything. Everyone needs to be arrested. Just one person. Not just one person. That's sad. Dang, if somebody WWE me, my people better get the strap. That's sad. And then look at the emoji she uses. She's got a crying emoji. She's got, oh, no, this is from somebody else, though. This is not her original post, but she reposted, so obviously she agrees with the post. But it's just kind of sinister. Isn't it sinister, though, the emojis that were used in this original post? A crying emoji, shaking my head one, and then kind of like a sad, worried, inquisitive emoji. Isn't that ironic? It's like a look of disappointment, right? Like somebody, the person that's supposed to be your friend failed you because they didn't stand up for you. This is so sinister. Even though this post doesn't relate directly to the case, I'm just applying it to what happened because it's like, what? This is what happened in the case, allegedly. We could see in that video, it looks like WWE moves being put on Shanquella by allegedly Dejanay. I mean, the way she grabbed her poor Shanquella's neck and the violent throw to the ground, that alone, and the kick to the face, you can compare it to WWE moves. You can compare it to that. But she said, my people. Who was her people? Khalil, who invited her. Khalil, who's the 4 or 5 year friendship. He was her people. But he didn't stand up for her. He failed her. So it's really kind of sinister and ironic that these emojis are pretty much applicable to this case because it's like, but you didn't stand up for me. Shaking, crying emojis, shaking my head, and the very inquisitive, sad look. This is so ironic that this post literally is foretelling of what happened. That's crazy. Posted October 6th, 2020. That's crazy, y'all. Man, oh my gosh, how foreshadowing these posts are. Whew, this is sad. Y'all gonna hear me say that a lot, so just get over it, because it is. Mm-mm. No! Are you serious? Are you guys reading this with me, or is it just me? What? Do y'all see this? I'm sorry, I'm taking it back. I gotta take a little breather. What? It says that girl mm, could have lost all of her breath out there while y'all just standing around watching her get choked out. My gosh. I'm done. I'm done, y'all. I'm getting off this line. What? She literally was speaking out, except for the choked out part, what happened to her in Cabo. As the life is leaving her, those people stood around watching. Minus, in my opinion, I think Elise it was the one that came in and finally stopped it. But let's not put Elise right now in this. Focused on the people that were on the video, which is allegedly Malik, allegedly Winter Donovan, and allegedly, what's that guy's name now? Oh, Khalil. Can you believe this, y'all? October 6th, she put that girl could have lost all of her breath out there while y'all just standing around watching her get choked out. And what happened in this case? This is just eerie. Eerie, eerie, eerie. What happened in this case in Cabo? That's exactly what happened. Just a different context. She was beaten to death instead of choked out. But, I mean, Dejanay did grab poor Shanquella by the neck and slam her on the ground. But they just stood around watching it as she was losing her life. And then she posts about it happening to somebody else, apparently, in this one. This is so, man, it's crazy. Just when I think, you guys, I'm done, I could take a break from this story, something comes up. It's just like, wow, this right here, I got to read it one more time. That girl could have lost her breath out there while y'all just standing around watching her get choked out. And the very same thing happened to Shanquella. They sat there and watched her get beat to death, slammed violently by the neck to the ground. And apparently there's a second video out there showing her getting continually beaten as she's on the ground. And but for, in my opinion, I'm allegedly believing, based upon this investigator saying that he saw a second video out there of someone, a woman stepping in to intervene, then I'm thinking that's Elise who did that to try to stop it. But none of those other people stopped it. They stood around watching. That is just, guys, this is crazy. It's even more sad. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Women entrepreneurs out there having a Royal Rumble. So she's talking about her being an entrepreneur, which we know she is. So it's just reinforcing what we know in her own perception of herself, what people have perceived of her, why there is some link to form of jealousy. There's many variables in this, but her success is another variable you want to look at. This is one of her modelers. Oh, this is September 30th, 2020. It says, any B speaking on me is miserable. I don't bother nobody, but I don't cut everybody. But I've done cut everybody off. Do better, but most importantly, do you. Look how she used the exclamation marks, 4 of them, to show that she's really emphasizing this repost that she did, because she's like, yes, exactly. Any be speaking on me is miserable because I don't be doing anything to anybody. But I will cut you off if you keep doing that. Do better. Do better in your life. Wow. People have been speaking on her, talking mess. And what are we alleging, and what is our opinion about this case? Our opinion is, again, an opinion is not a fact, because I got to keep explaining that to some people who don't understand. But our opinion is that Dejanay in particular, I think Dejanay was the main culprit, was in there talking mess with the other clique, telling them how she can't stand Shanquella, all the negative things she had to say about Shanquella because she's miserable. And Shanquella's like, I don't be bothering anybody. I got good energy. So you clearly are miserable, meaning you clearly are unhappy in your own life, and you see me winning in life, and you just can't stand it because you're unhappy with your life and where you are in life. So you're hating on my success. Man, and this was posted September 13th, 2020. We're getting into a year and a half of stuff, or over a year at least, over a year of posts about this. Mm, mm. Posting about her business. So she's showing that entrepreneur aspect. Ooh, and she says here, at this point she reposts, she said, I ain't met a girl who, with her own crib, own car, money, a queen size bed yet. And she says, LOL, well, dang, who the H have you been talking to? So Shanquella's just saying, hey, I have all that. I have my own crib, I have my own car, got my own money, I have my own queen size bed. I'm winning. What's going on with these other people out here in the streets? Okay. Is that bad out here? Again, that's why she's had so many one-sided friendships and so many jealousy and haters around her, because she was the one that was winning, mostly in that community and people that she was surrounded by. Okay. So it was not the norm to have that kind of level of uh, winning in life that Shanquella was doing, at least in the people that she was around. The people people that were hating on her, people that claimed to be her friends, clearly weren't at that level. Allegedly. How foretelling these comments are. Wow. But I'm pretty sure, y'all, there's gonna be a lot more. I really don't have time to go through all of these comments, God. But you guys get the point, right? That she had posted at least for over a year of fake friends, people that she loved that didn't love her, um, people that didn't really have her back, and very cryptic messages that foreshadowed the tragedy that happened to her. Disclaimer, we know that she didn't post them originally, meaning she didn't write it from her own words, but she clearly reposted them because she identified with them and understood them. Look at this, y'all. See, this thing never ends. Now, July 28th, 2020. This girl's still going through hating friends. Man, it's like a common theme with Shanquella and hater friends that just all around her. She says here, I can't do nothing but put distance between me and MF, that moving funny. What is someone that's moving funny? They're moving suspicious. They're shady. They're dishonest. Their character is flawed and questionable in some way. She said it's never pressure. So she had to distance herself between certain people. But again, it's difficult for Shanquella because of her big heart. She lets these people back in. She may talk the tough talk on Facebook, but she clearly keeps these people around because she has that big heart. And it's just like, man, this is July 2028, and she's dealing with people who are moving funny, moving suspicious, who are fake, flawed characters. Who is moving funny in this case? Khalil. He over here inviting her to the party, this Cabo trip, but just acting weird up in the room with the other Cabo folks, suspicious folks, while Shanquella over here by herself, trying to figure out what's going on, leaving her friend out to go skinny dipping by herself outside. Just weird. Moving funny, right? Funny, weird attitudes. Now look at this video, y'all. This video is very interesting. Look at Shanquella's face. She doesn't look happy to me in this video. She looks like she's unhappy. She has a lot on her mind. And she just looks depressed to me. But you tell me, she just doesn't look happy. Like usually when you're on a video, look at her eyes. When you're on a live, you're usually popping and happy. She looks like something's really heavy on her mind. She don't look happy to me. You let me know if she don't look. Something is obviously going on in her mind that she's dealing with. Some worries, some things that she's thinking about. She's driving around. It looks like she's alone in the car. No friends, nobody around. Driving around. Don't look like anybody in that car with her showing support. This girl was clearly alone. She had all these fake friends around her. And she's in here smoking too. Who knows if that's a way that she deals with stress too. Some people use certain things to cope with things. That, oh, no, never mind. She does have somebody in the car. My bad. I didn't even know she had the dog. So she does have a dude in here. Is this the ex-boyfriend? It looked like she was alone. Is this dude the ex-boyfriend, y'all? Or is this the new boyfriend? No, what year is this? What year is this, y'all? My bad. It looked like she was alone. But why she look like she unhappy in this picture? July 20th. In this video, July 12th, 2020. She don't look happy to me. Let's look at that again. So she is in a car with somebody. Maybe she's in sneak recording him. That's probably what she's doing. That's what she probably do. I thought she was alone. Looked kind of weird. But she's in a car with some dude. I don't know who this dude is. That's interesting, though. Maybe she's sneak recording and didn't want to look awkward in front of the guy. I don't know. But she don't look happy to me. If you in here with the love of your life, you be living it up. Hey, boo, whatever. But she look like she just not happy. But whatever. We could be looking more into it. But something's on her mind, clearly, in the video. Yeah, look at her. She just looks like something's on her mind. What is on her mind? Let's see what this one's about. Let's see what this is about right here. This was posted July 12th, 2020. She reposted this. She said, one thing about me, when I don't F with you, I don't F with you. I'm not sitting up talking about no B, sending S stuff about the next B to nobody, worried about no B pockets, none of that. B's are weird. Wow, again, another cryptic, ironic post. This is saying, if I don't mess with you, I'm not going to be sitting up here worried about you, impressed about you, talking mess about you, talking about, what success what's going on in your life, what's in your pockets, what's going on in your life. I'm not going to be up here pressed about you. People out here acting weird, meaning people around her is over here talking mess about her, talking about the success that she has, constantly talking about negative mess about her. And what do we suspect happened in this case? What our allegations are and our opinions are that we think in the Cabo tragedy, these suspicious individuals was in that room talking mess about, in our belief, Shanquella, because of just how weird their shady, weird behavior was. And it clearly, allegedly, there's some allegations out there that Dejanay may have spoke to, allegedly, just my opinion, Malik, who's the other dude, Khalil, and Winter telling them that she was going to go fight Shanquella and went in there and was fighting her over some stuff she was pressed about. Y'all people are weird. Clearly, that's what Shanquella is talking about she was dealing with. She's like, one thing I'm not going to do is if I don't mess with you, I'm not going to be in here sitting around talking about you, sending message about the next person that I don't really care for, worried about what's going on in your life. That y'all weird. But that was the type of energy that was surrounding Shanquella. Jealous people pressed about her, talking mess about her, but they don't mess with her. Crazy, 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 ironic post. Man, I thought it was going to be a couple posts. I didn't know. I didn't know it was this many. Common theme, common theme. And just look at again the success of this young lady. Got her business. Very impressive young lady. Very impressive. This is sad, man. Okay. Best of room. People can do things with you. Okay. Before summer over, I need to. All right. Wow. Look at June 25th, 2020. Wow. Let me do a close up on that so y'all could see that. June 25th, 2020. Depression is real. Check on your people. Depression is real. Could this have been an outcry that Shanquella was dealing with depression too? Because the constant, fakeness and betrayals and literally feeling alone because you got all these people around you who really aren't sincere. She clearly was dealing with depression, allegedly. That's sad. I mean, what other reason why would repost this? And you guys know back in 2020 also was COVID, so a lot of people were dealing with depression also. But just add that context to all the long posts that we have went through over this hour or so of talking about fake this, fake friends, betrayal, one-sided people, jealousy, all these things. Look at this. And now you look at the emotional weight it had on someone dealing with depression. That seems consistent with someone who could be experiencing that when you feel alone, when you don't feel you have support from people. And it's kind of sad that she mentions it even family. That's sad. Who did she have that really cared and who was loyal to her? We don't know. That's sad. That is, man, y'all. Oh my gosh. And you can just see here with her posts about her business, she's been in business for at least a couple years. Mm-mm. Everybody can't start a business. Y'all H's don't know how to be professional. Mm. And we already looked around, y'all. Sequella was thriving in her business. There's allegations that Khalil was not doing too well, allegedly. So this has some form of a context to what was going on. Maybe people around her weren't really doing too well in their businesses, and she's over here popping and successful. And it's like, y'all can't do what I do, okay? And the reason why is because y'all can't even be professional sometimes. It's true, too. Y'all don't show ethics, certain things. This girl had an entrepreneur mind for several years. This young lady had an impressive profile and showed a record of constantly thriving and being successful at it. That can be one of many factors for why people were jealous of her and why she couldn't even have successful friends, because the more successful you get in life, sometimes the higher you get in life, the more alone you get. It's alone at the top in success. Look, nobody view your story faster than somebody you don't talk to no more. People she had to cut off for whatever reason. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Oh, look, it looked like she had gone or was going to go to Mexico back June 25th, because it says, so upset. I was really excited about Chicago. So it looks, I mean, sorry, Chicago. Why am I saying Chicago? So upset. I was really excited about Mexico. And this was dated June 25th, 2020. So it looks like she probably was planning a Mexico trip back in 2020. Probably couldn't go because of COVID, maybe something happened with that, that stopped travels or to, for her to go to go due to COVID. But it's kind of eerie that she was trying to go to Mexico back in 2020 and then ultimately gets to go to Mexico now, 2022, and this tragedy happens. That's just kind of ironic, isn't it? When you look at things and you put it into context to the overall tragedy that happened, it's just like, man, isn't this ironic that she was so sad that she couldn't go to Mexico back in 2020, and then when she can finally get to go, it's the trip of someone's nightmare. It's like the worst trip ever for her. It's a nightmare. The very place she wanted to go. That's sad and crazy, man. Look at this person even said it. Dang, this person caught on. Mm. See, look, and she always celebrating other people's success. That's what I love about Shanquella. This girl, she always had this positive vibe. She didn't hate on people. She wanted people winning. Look at this. She posts, everybody dropping their business stuff. I'm proud. Let's run this stuff up. Of course, I had to change the word. I'm changing it. But she's literally reposting this, like saying, I'm happy for people who are also trying to be entrepreneurs. I want to see everybody win. That shows you and demonstrates to you what a true friend she was and how she had all these one-sided fake people around her who couldn't even celebrate her success. But yet she was willing to celebrate other people who were successful, but they weren't giving her the same energy. It's just like, come on now. And she reposts here, June 24th, I'm probably the most humble person you'll ever meet. That's giving us a clue into who she was. Even though she was successful, even though she was beautiful, even though she had it going on, she was still a humble person. She didn't go around bragging about her success. But it didn't matter because she had so many wolves in sheep clothing around her that were jealous anyway. She didn't even have to brag or not brag. People were just jealous. Crazy. Again, showing how successful, still had this business, y'all, in 2020. Many years of that. See how she said that she took all the words in our mouth? We don't know what this is, but that's what I'm saying. This is a context post to kind of create new circumstantial evidence that a lot of times she posts these things because it's literally things that she would obviously think or identify with. She reposts these things because it's people that are literally saying things that she feels. So I think that's a good context post if you kind of put it together with all the posts that we're looking at together. Just look at her, such a positive person. We have to get organized in order to make a difference. Wanting to make a difference. Look at this, y'all. Man, this goes on and on. This girl has clearly been broken for many years. This is June 22nd, 2020. She says, I'm so, well, she didn't say it, but she reposted this. Remember how we used this context post that says she took the words literally out of my mouth. So that's kind of how you can kind of use this to kind of put it together that she posts these things because literally it's things she's feeling, right? She says, or she reposts, I'm so broken on the inside. This is June 22nd, 2020. This girl allegedly had been dealing with depression, being broken from the repeated just betrayals and loneliness in her life of just having all these fake people around her, one-sided people, people she loved that don't love her, that's not loyal to her. And this is crazy. I'm so broken on the inside. You don't just randomly post stuff like that, y'all, unless you can identify with it. That's sad. Dang. Wow. Just over a year and a half ago, she's talking about being broken on the inside. She clearly hadn't been happy for a long time. This one says, it's like y'all, I don't like all these cuss words. It's like y'all say the F word to the police, but soon as stuff go left, y'all be needing them because half the time y'all causing the problems. Black lives are not going to matter until us, the Black people, give care. I'm just going to change that part about our own lives. It got to stop. Like I said, what I said, I said what I said. And this person says this didn't age well. Well, it's kind of true. It didn't age well because it's like it's saying, we always talk about Black Lives Matter all the time, but we got Black people killing Black people. And look what happened in this case. We had a Black woman kill another Black woman because of her own alleged jealousy and hatred and just getting mad and taking personal any little thing that Shanquella said on this trip because she had an underlying hatred and jealousy in the first place. Shanquella didn't stand a chance. It was a lose-lose situation for her. This is deep right here. It's like, I mean, this person is pretty much right. It didn't age well. It's like, we're advocating for all the Black Lives Matter stuff, but we got our own sisters killing us, our own Black sisters, Black brothers killing Black folk. That's just, wow. Just how foreshadowing these different posts are. It's very eerie and very cryptic. Wow. Looks like she has some form of belief in God too, because she posts about God every now and then. She puts here June 2022, she reposts the stuff. I'm just going to change the cuss words to a different word so you'll notice. The stuff I seen last night literally traumatized me. I'm still up because I can't unsee this stuff. I don't know why Shanquella would repost something like that, but you can only infer that she had, been dealing with some stuff that traumatized her. We don't know exactly what it was. But again, it's just showing this common theme with Shanquella of a lot of just negative stuff. When is Auntie Day? Okay. Look here. June 22nd, 2020. Can't even sleep. Dealing with insomnia. All the worries that she's dealing with. The constant stress with these broken relationships, other whatever circumstances we don't know about. Can't sleep at night. When you can't sleep at night, why? Why can't you sleep at night? It's because something's worrying you. It's keeping you up at night. You're worrying and stressing about something. So she's got the added weight of insomnia. Shanquella wasn't happy in her life, even though she had all this success around her. It's like she didn't have any relationships that were really real. That's why she felt lost in life, and that's why she went around searching for answers from psychics. She felt like she wanted answers for why she was going through this constant pain and stress, that she was so desperate for answers that she turned her reliance upon a psychic. When you get to a point where you got to go to a psychic, and I'm not saying this for everybody, but in this context, it feels to me like she didn't feel like she can go to her friends about getting answers because she didn't have really real friends around her, allegedly. That's a low point to be. Like, she just felt like she couldn't confide in other people, so she had to go find a psychic to get answers. And now you look at these posts and you put that together with her reaching out to a psychic, and then you realize, okay, this is making sense, allegedly, that this girl was just alone and couldn't trust people around her. And look here, she can't even sleep because of the worries that are affecting her. And this is June 22nd, 2020, y'all. Man, this is sad. You never really know what people are going through. We saw her on the videos and she sounded so happy, but she really wasn't, because of a common theme she dealt with. Okay, I don't know what this is about, and I'm not going to really repost that. Looks like it's some sensitive stuff. Something going on. So look, she posts about God again. So it looks like she knew of God. Not sure of the extent of her relationship, but yeah, right. Dinah says no peace. Exactly. Shanquella had no peace. No peace because she dealt with constant jealous fake friends, fake people, fake stuff with her family. We don't know which family member it was or family people, but she obviously posted about it. But here she says, God, I thank you for always keeping your hand on me, be feeling like I'm missing out on something, but your vision won't allow me to do things I used to. So she had some form of relationship with God because she at least acknowledges him. She seemed like she was in support of police, but we had a lot of corrupt. Think about how ironic this is. We had some corrupt police in Mexico that didn't really investigate this case really well at all. Wow. How y'all protest on the same street y'all kill y'all own people on? Shanquella killed her own people. Black woman killing another black woman. We supposed to be sisters. But it just seemed like we can't have sisterhood because there's always somebody jealous. Kill your own people. Black on black crime killed this woman, killed another black woman. For what? For what? So right here, this part right here, man, y'all kill y'all own people. It's just like, dang. And that's sad because that's what happened in this story, this tragedy, is we got a black woman jealous of another black woman, couldn't try to be happy for this woman. That's a shame. Again, she acknowledges God, so then that can give us some context that she does have some form of a relationship with him. But it seems she was feeling so much pain that she didn't even reach out to God. She reached out to a psychic. Just clearly there was some shooting going on. I don't know if that's about, no, I don't know about it, but okay. Unexpected money about to hit your bank account. Y'all posting who y'all said don't be helping y'all. Ooh, look at here. Y'all posting who y'all said don't be helping y'all. Who don't be helping y'all. It seems like this girl has a common theme. Shanquella has a common theme. People who aren't helping someone, people who are fake, people who don't stand up for your friends when you're in a fight or WWE situation. It's like post after post after post of just fake people. If you can't take pain, don't ever do stuff to me you wouldn't want me doing. Cause when them tables turn, it's up every time. It's just interesting the common theme with these posts. Very eerie and very just cryptic. So y'all let me know what y'all think. We could go on and on. This thing could be indefinite of all those posts, y'all. I'm emotionally and mentally exhausted from going through those posts. Just exhausted. It's so overwhelming because of how foreshadowing, how cryptic they are, how when you apply it to this case, you could just see that some of the stuff even foreshadowed some of the very things that Shanquella dealt with. It's like, man, on this trip, and who would have known years ago, she didn't even know that this would be something she would have to re-encounter again, because clearly she had been experiencing this years ago, 2020, 2021. But who would have known some of the things she talked about, like the WWE comment? That one took me out when I saw that one, because I'm like, are you serious? That's exactly what happened in this story. When you see just these different posts and you put it together with the story, it's like, it's overwhelming. You know what I mean? It's very overwhelming. And this cryptic video here that we've been going over many times, very overwhelming with the fake friends, and you can just, her feeling the fake friend. Look at, it's like she was going on a scavenger hunt. She went to that other room, couldn't find them. So clearly she didn't know where these people were. You see how she went to the empty room, she couldn't find them? That's cryptic, y'all. They didn't even tell her where they were. And she's by herself. And look at them, they look just a suspect. Suspect. Just sneaking around. This. We gonna get justice in this case for Shanquella. Shanquella gonna get justice. Those people who did that to Shanquella, they're not gonna be laughing anymore. But here's some fun facts about this Villa Linda. For 3 nights, it was $6,000. Some people are alleging that that would be booked on a credit card or debit card, and people are saying it most likely it was with credit card, Shanquella's credit card, since she had the master suite. Some people said it was $5,400, but or at least $5,400 was reimbursed. Sorry, the total would have been $6,000, but there's allegations that $5,400 of that dollars was reimbursed because they didn't end up staying there the whole time. It looks like it's allegedly that they left on the 29th. Remember, there's allegations that the people abandoned Shanquella's body and ended up booking a hotel near the airport, and they left before they were scheduled to leave. Okay, let's take a look at what they got here, because they be having some, guys, they always have some tea in these comments, so I like to go through these too just to see what's the new information that's floating out there in the streets right now. So this person posted here a pay request. I don't know where they got this from. That's Shanquella. Let's see. And they said these are her. They're just showing receipts of that comment that they posted. The villa right here, it's 5 bedrooms. The Villa Linda is where they stayed. It's 5 bedrooms. It has 2.5 baths, 6,049 square feet. And each night it's $1,300 per night. The total price looks like it would have been $57,021.51. So that's what they have here. They just rounded it up to the $6,000. People are in here going through all that information. They just kind of look for her pay information. The only fake friend who is on her Venmo, look at this, okay. So he's saying here, he got some tea. He said the only fake friend who was on her Venmo friend list is Khalil. How did the other 5 reimburse her? So this is her Venmo here that we looked at, right? And the only fake friend on her Venmo is Khalil here. None of the other people. So this is another context. Remember, we kept going through these videos and we said, and this was my theory, standing theory that I had an opinion, is that those other people, the other 5 people, were not really her friend. They may claim they're acquaintances. And I told you, I looked at Nazir's Instagram. He's not even following her on Instagram, okay? He claimed he know her for 9 years and all this stuff. Just because you know someone doesn't mean it's your friend. Those other people were acquaintances. If they were so-called friends, how come none of them are on her Venmo? Usually people are on your Venmo because you've had to, hung out with these people, you've done trips with these people, they pay you back, you pay them back. So eventually they end up on your friends list on Venmo because you guys have had history of hanging out. And every now and then you guys have had friends where sometimes your friend says, I got you, girl. I'll pay for it this time. You can pay me back. Or somebody says, I got you. But notice how this is another piece of evidence and receipts showing that more than likely, in my opinion, those other 5 people weren't really close friends of Shanquella. They were acquaintances. Acquaintances. Khalil was supposed to be the one looking out for her. He was the one that invited her. That's another piece of evidence we can put together with all the other pieces of evidence we've been looking at and allegations. I always have to say allegations because you got too many people in here sensitive to, you got to say it every 5 seconds on these lives, because if you miss saying allegation, they will be like, you didn't say it, even though you already said it 10 other times in the live. This person says allegedly that the Cabo 6 didn't come from wealthy families. So who is aiding and abetting these killers or alleged people? We don't know, just alleged killers. We don't know. Alleged. Let's keep it alleged. And do they know that at least for the one who the warrant has been issued for, that they can be also charged also? And that is true. We talked about that before, that whoever's on that warrant, which we all allege in our opinion is that we think is Diogene, because she is the one that's allegedly on the video beating Shanquella. So that's our allegation, is that we think it's her. But whoever's hiding these people, they can also be on the hook for harboring a fugitive. So once that red notice is filed with Interpol, it's going to set the ball rolling, and whoever's harboring her, they will be on the hook also. Okay, but look at this. The fake friend, what I've been trying to tell y'all, Khalil. Fake friend right here posting. We talked about this picture before, but when you put it all together, remember the post we just went over, the Facebook post? Put that together with the fake friend stuff that Shanquella's talking about. Now you can see it here, evident here, of what she was talking about for a year and a half on her Facebook. Fake friends around her. Look what he posts talking about. Dear Quella, the boss. This is after he watched her die. Okay? He posts after she dies and he gets home, he abandons her body. Mind you, my heart is so effing torn. All I can ask is why, or what I should have done differently. You, common sense would have been if you were really this woman's friend and you loved her like you claim you do in this fake post. Like Shanquella said on her Facebook post that, God protect me from people I love who don't love me back. Hint, hint, Khalil, allegedly. Look at him talking about, here, why? They say not to question God. Stop blaming God. He has nothing to do with this. This is not his fault that Diogene allegedly let her jealousy get the best of her and was bitter and jealous of this girl and took her out because of her own jealousy. Okay? Don't put God in this. He didn't do nothing. I can't stand when people try to blame God for stuff their human nature or somewhat a part of the human situation did. This has nothing to do with God. He didn't tell Diogene to be jealous. In fact, one of the commandments says, "Thou shalt not covet." Okay, so he tells us what not to do, and people just do it on their own. So don't put God in this, Khalil. Sorry, I'm talking to Khalil, y'all. He talking about, they say not to question God, but this right here just ain't sitting right with me. You shouldn't be sitting right with yourself. And got the nerve to post this fake picture. See, look at this. These are the people allegedly who she was talking about who was fake in all those posts that she was talking about, in my opinion. Just my humble opinion. She said, what am I supposed to do now? Who do I talk to about my business plans? Again, remember I told you the jealousy. Remember when Shanquella said in her post that men be jealous of women too? Well, look at this picture. Huh. Khalil allegedly was jealous of her because his business wasn't popping. So when I just want to up and get on a plane, who's going to come with me? Circumstantial evidence that he invited her on the trip. We've been doing this SHIT man since 2014 type. And remember, he's been friends with the Cabo Six since 2012, 2 years before Shanquella got involved. He said, we had so much more to accomplish together. Okay, but did you see Shanquella's post talking about friends who see her being WWE shouldn't be standing around just watching? They need to pull up with the strap. You didn't pull up for her. Where were you at? Just sitting there watching her while she's getting all these WWE moves being put on her by Shanquella. Where were you? All of a sudden you want to say accomplished together. Fake self. I literally just asked you the other day, when I get rich, what car you want? And you said MFG wagon. Whoa. I ain't your man. What if he wanted to be her man and she didn't want to be his man? And he has some resentment for that too. But I honestly think he was just jealous because of her success. I really do. Even Shanquella noticed that because she talked about on her Facebook that even men can be jealous of women. So I think she's dealt with men being jealous of her too, men who pretend to be her friend. Such a genuine, beautiful, strong-minded individual, gone way too long. And look at the fake Judas words. Love you. You don't love her. Love is patient. Love is kind. It doesn't envy it. It is not rude. It doesn't boast. This man didn't demonstrate love to this girl whatsoever. And Shanquella told you what kind of friend she's looking for, somebody that's right or die, somebody that's there for her, someone that is willing to stand up for her when she's being attacked. And he didn't do any of that. And now he want to try to act like he care. Ooh. Okay, y'all. See, that's why I had to go through these things, because there's always some new tea dropping, right? Somebody found this online and they said, here's Malik's sister. This is where the investigation should start. I don't know if this is true, y'all, but they're alleging this is Malik's sister. Again, I don't know if this is true, but let's just take a look at these allegations. So this person posts, so are you and your brother going to discuss the FBI about what to do, Shanquella, about what to Shanquella? It's a typo. So somebody said, so are you and your brother going to discuss to the FBI about what to Shanquella? I don't know what this person was trying to say. The person responds, so are you gonna S your big P mother? People are claiming this is Malik's sister. She does share the same last name as him. His name is Malik Dyer. This person has Dyer at the last name. So they're alleging this is her sister responding. This is look at how she responds back, just negative and nasty. The apple does not fall. The apple does not fall too far away from the tree, y'all. Then this person responds back to allegedly this person who people claim is Malik's sister. She said, so that's yes, he did participate in her murder. I hope the FBI is reading this. And she says, the FBI can read whatever the F dem want, baddie boy. And then this person says, keep talking. And this person says, and what you gonna do? Just very contentious. You don't need to be entertaining these people if your brother, if that is his sister. But she seems to be very contentious when they asked about it being her brother. She didn't deny that Malik was her brother. So that, my opinion is that is his sister, because she got very defensive and she was being very disgusting towards this person who was inquiring about Malik being investigated by the FBI for an alleged murder. So my opinion is that person was trying to talk to Malik's sister. This person says, update, according to Storm Monroe on YouTube, Dejanay and Nazir are currently on the run. Dejanay is alleged in Connecticut and Nazir is in Buffalo and allegedly posted on Facebook. I know I'm going to jail. Please pray for me. What? Okay, I don't know if this is true, guys. These are allegations. I have no receipts on this. These are people posting things. They posted this on November 17th. Take it as you want to take it. Because what I've seen from Nazir, he claiming up and down he's innocent, and he posted 2 days ago that he's innocent. So I don't know about this part. And who knows if it's a real page, because remember, guys, there's fake people out there posting too. So you got to always put that into the analysis. This person says, Connecticut, be on the lookout. She is fleeing. And we already know about this girl fleeing to Connecticut. So we already know. People said she fled from North Carolina to Connecticut. That's not new news. We already been over that. So let's see if there's any more tea. But this right here, to me, makes me suspect this is the sister. She looked like she aggressive. She says right here, so you and your brother going to discuss to the FBI about what to do about Shanquella Robinson. And she doesn't deny that Malik is her brother. She just goes into saying, so are you going to suck your big P mother? So in my opinion, that is a passive response to basically acknowledge that Malik is her brother, allegedly, because she doesn't deny it. If Malik wasn't her brother, she would have just said, that's not, my brother's not a part of this. I don't even have a brother or whatever. It's not my brother because he's not a part of this. But she doesn't do that. She just gives this very offensive response back to this girl, and then just like, the FBI can read whatever the F damn one, baddie, the boy, whatever. I don't think Malik is apologetic at all, because as I mentioned in a prior video, he owes his loyalty to Dejanay even after they fled Mexico and went back to North Carolina. He swore his loyalty to her when he reposted a video. See, when he reposted this. And people they don't pay attention to stuff and they think this was just October 30th, 2021. It says here Malik Juvis shared a memory on October 30th. That is of this year. That was the date after Shanquella was declared deceased. She was declared deceased October 29th. October 30th, after she's passed away, he's still saying, "You my best friend for life," about Diogene. I got you 100%. He reposts what he reposted last year on her birthday. Her birthday is Diogene's birthday is October 30th. And he goes and reposts the same thing he posted last year, this year, a day after Shanquella dies. So you mean to tell me he felt no empathy and his sister around being just as shady as he is? Cussing people out, being nasty, saying the FBI could do what they want. Unapologetic. Unapologetic. Him and his sister, allegedly. Just shady. Talking about, "You my best friend for life, I got you." After she is alleged to have murdered Shanquella, you still don't feel empathy? You still don't have a change of heart? You still swearing your loyalty to her? So does this mean you're going to ride or die and lie and go to prison, a Mexican prison with her then, allegedly? Because he's alleged to have recorded that fight. And we talked about in the prior video that that's an aggravated factor in this prosecution, and that recording a femicide in Mexico can be part of an aggravated crime. And if they find that he was the one that allegedly recorded it, he gonna be charged too. And he got his sister floating around here being just as contentious as he is. And I wanted to rediscuss this post because we had people on the live that I talked about it before. They missed this whole part right here. All they was focused on was right here. Oh, it was the 2021. But they missed up here that it says shared a memory October 30th, which was this year, right after Shanquella was dead. He still said, "You best friend for life, got you." And you got to look at this in context with what he said down here last year when he said, "Happy birthday to my best friend, daughter's godmother." You can't really see his grainy, but it says daughter's godmother. 10 years of friendship. 10 years of friendship that I wouldn't trade for the world. Love for life. That's his common theme with her. He loves this girl for life and will do anything for her, which explains to me why allegedly, I got to keep using that word. For now on going forward, I'm going to say allegedly so many times. Y'all going to be telling me in the comments, "Girl, would you stop saying allegedly?" We get it. Because y'all be in here complaining about, you don't say it enough. Well, I'm going to say it every 5 minutes now. But anyway, allegedly, you sat here and watched this girl that you're loyal to for life, your godmother, your daughter's godmother, brutally beat this woman and feel no empathy on October 30th after you abandoned this girl's body in Mexico. And you still swearing your loyalty after you witnessed another girl die over this woman, Diogene, and she being the alleged person who did it? But you don't care. You're willing to go down and spend the rest of your life allegedly or possibly be charged with a crime over this woman. He still didn't have empathy after he witnessed this girl pass away. He posted the day after Shanquella died. Look at that. Shared a memory. And got his sister up here acting a fool online, being offensive, allegedly, because they got the same last name. He's Malik Dyer, and her name is I didn't say her first name, but her last name is Dyer also. And she did not decline saying that was her brother when they confronted her about it. But I needed to reiterate that, y'all. This story is just getting worse and worse and worse. Let me know what you guys think about those Facebook posts. Aren't those Facebook posts cryptic? What do you guys think about that? And then when you put it into context to what happened in Mexico, do you think there is a relation to the history of jealousy she's been dealing with? Do you think some of those posts she was talking about could have related to her friendship with people involved in this case? Or just maybe there's a common theme of just people that are jealous surrounding Shanquella, what do you think? But as it stands, y'all, this person, Ariana, says, the Bible says, know them by their fruit. Exactly, Ariana. No, I have not used it incorrectly, Madison. Y'all need to stop. Stop. Y'all, why don't you look up the word allegedly? Go look up the word allegedly, because clearly you have a misunderstanding of what it means. I know exactly what allegedly means. And I am using it correctly. So stop with all that. I always have somebody in the post that don't know what words mean and they want to come and try to tell me what allegedly means. But since you don't know what it means, let's look it up for you, Madison. Because I just get so tired of this stuff with people. Let's look it up for Madison, because she don't know what it means. Allegedly means used to convey that something is claimed to be the case or have taken place, although there is no proof. He was allegedly a leading participant. That is exactly the context I'm using it, Madison. I'm saying we don't have proof. We don't know if it's true. It is a claim, which is why I'm saying allegedly. And I may be using it excessively in this video because we have hypersensitive people in these videos who keep saying I'm not using the word enough. So I may be using it a lot more than I normally do. But I'm using it because we have people who want to try to pick an argument about every small thing, which is what we're seeing you do, Madison, in the post, trying to tell me I'm not using the word right. So I'm going to do you a favor and I'm going over the word for you so that you understand what it means. Okay? I'm getting tired with these people trying to tell me about a word that I know. Honey, you don't know what it means. There's a confusion with what you don't know. Don't try to put your confusion onto me. Let's look up opinion, because there's people having problems with the word opinion. Opinion, it's a viewpoint. It's a view or a judgment formed about something, not necessarily based on fact or knowledge. Because I've been saying opinion so many times in these various videos, and people keep thinking that when I say opinion, they think it's a fact. The definition of opinion is it's a viewpoint or a judgment. It doesn't mean it's a fact. It doesn't mean that you have knowledge. I don't have personal knowledge. I wasn't there. I don't know anything about this. We're just going through posts. We're going through things that we see online. We're going through different allegations, which is a claim, Madison. That's what alleged means. It's a claim. Okay? And that's exactly the context that I'm using it. So I know exactly what the word means, but I'm doing you a favor and I'm going over these words for you so that you can have an understanding. I'm sorry, y'all. These people have been testing me for this whole week. They've been testing me. I'm about to get off YouTube and just stop going on YouTube because these people out here getting on my nerves. Now let's look up the word fact. A thing that is known and proved to be true. Nothing in this story is a fact at this point. Nothing. Everything is an allegation. Everything, because we don't know. We will not know what the facts are until this case is tried and until the people who are involved are brought to Mexico and they are brought before a judge. We won't know until then, until the sentencing. So nothing on this video is a fact. Nothing on any of the prior videos that I did. They're all allegations. They're claims. If I say in my opinion, I am saying it is a view or a judgment that I have formed about something. What is the something? It is the post that we're going over. It is the Facebook comments that we're seeing. It is the articles that we went over in various videos. That's what we're looking at. And it's not necessarily based upon a fact. I'm sorry, y'all, that I have to go over these things. But we have a lot of people that clearly are in these chats that are either trolls or they just don't understand what these words mean. Now let's go over the last word because I say theory a lot. And we got some people in the chats or in the posts that don't understand what theory is. They don't understand that word either. The supposition or a system of ideas intended to explain, or especially one based on general principles independent of the thing to be explained. A set of principles which of practice or activity is based upon an idea used to account for a situation or justify a course of action. An idea. None of this means fact. None of it. a collection of propositions to illustrate principles of a subject. An idea. My theory would be that the place has been seriously mismanaged. An idea used to account for a situation or justify something. Idea. Similar words, opinion, point of view, viewpoint, belief, judgment. Hence, nothing that I have said is a fact. It's all allegations, it's all theories, and it's an idea, it's an opinion. So I am not misusing it. I'm sorry, guys. These trolls out here are getting on my last. my last. So I went over that for you, and I hope that helped you out, honey, that you understand what it means, Madison. Now it helps you out. And I know good vibes, don't focus on Madison, but there's a lot of people out here who are misunderstanding that word, not just Madison. So I thought I would do an educational part of this video to help the other people too, because they're still confused with what opinion is. They're confused with what a theory is. They're confused when I say alleged. So I'm thinking, let me just do a quick little educational tip for some people, because it's not just her. There's a lot of other people that still don't know what those words mean. All right, guys, I had it for tonight. I know, Ellen, I need to get some mods, girl. It's getting bad in these posts. It's getting bad, girl. I need to take a break from YouTube. I love you, Elizabeth. Yeah. Hi, Elizabeth. There's my people. Ellen, I love you too so much. I know. Thank you, Blue Water. I had to do a class, y'all. So it's okay. Sweetie, you're saying don't focus on Madison. I'm not focused on Madison, love. I'm focused on there's a multitude of people that are misunderstanding keywords that I use. I use opinion, I use theory, and I use alleged, because I'm letting you know none of this is fact. Nothing. We don't know what the facts are. We're looking at information online, and we're thinking of theories, opinions, ideas, things like that. Doesn't mean it's fact. We will not know until this case is tried. Once people get people get brought before the court, and De La Rosa presents the evidence in court, and we see the convictions and the sentences, then we'll come back and we'll talk about what facts were established in court. But as it stands, not one piece of thing that we've talked about has been a fact. Period. And I have properly used the word alleged, Madison. So now that you understand that, hopefully it helps you understand what I mean. I may have been using it excessively on this video, but it's because I've had a lot of people in my comments saying I'm not using it enough, so I'm going to use it more than I've used it before. But I do need some moderators, like Ellen said, and woo, y'all pray for me. Pray for me. I know I should, Ellen. You should do some legal vocab vids and school some folks. Right, Ellen, you know what? I'm going to do that. Thank you, love. I'm going to do a video on it. And I'm going to, like I was telling people on my last live, Ellen, you weren't here, girl. I missed you, girl. You need to be on these lives with me. You and Elizabeth, I need y'all positive vibes in here, because y'all keep me in check. But anywho, y'all keep my vibes up when I see you there. So I need y'all in there. I know y'all be busy, but if y'all could just be in there with me. But anywho, I told people last night, because they were doing the same thing, Ellen and Elizabeth, girl. They were doing the same thing on the live yesterday, and I was telling them that I'm gonna do another separate video with a short, like, little clip of just terms like these, and then I'm gonna attach it as a response to each person who keeps misinterpreting these words, and just say, please see this video of the legal definitions. Yeah, she's not a transgender Timmy Star. She's not, love. She is a woman, but people are confused by it. Yeah, I talked about the lead attorney's video on another video. Right, Elizabeth, I can't afford all that, so I always say it's alleged. It's not, there's no facts at all. You're right, Amazon, but I had to help some folks out. Hi, Daryl, how are you doing, love? How are you doing? No, I don't get to the point, Lyric. I am long-winded on this channel. I talk a lot, I repeat things, so if that's not your style, please do not come on my live, because that's just who I am. I'm very redundant, I'm very wordy, and I'm very analytical. If that's not your style, don't come on my page, because I'm not going to change that about myself. That's just who I am. And I'm not getting paid for this. But if you want to pay me a hefty amount of money, you want to pay my legal fees, you want to pay my legal office hours, you want to pay my for my legal services, then you can try to critique me on how I speak. But if you're not paying me, honey, don't come on my page telling me to get to the point, because I won't. I'll keep talking. And if you don't like it, just check out a live, okay? Okay, y'all. But I love y'all. I love y'all. Just understand, I'm long-winded, I'm analytical. I'm a lawyer. I analyze every bit of a piece of a case. I'm going to repeat stuff because that's how I teach. I educate by repeat, 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 because some people in a chat aren't as smart as you guys are, and they need a little bit more help. You might be smart. You might get it the first time. You might see the video that we went over, and you might say, oh, I got it. I don't need to see it anymore. But there might be 20 other people on the live that didn't catch a key point that we're talking about, and they need me to repeat it. That's why I do that. I do it because I'm helping other people who may not have seen something that you might have caught. So that's just my style, guys. I'm redundant. I'm wordy. See how long this live is. That's just me. I'm not going to change that about me, y'all. I'm sorry. Just not going to change it. Okay. Love y'all. Y'all mean absolutely the world to me. Take care and have a good night. Let me know what other stories you want to talk about. And let me know what you thought about those posts from Shanquella. Aren't they crazy? Aren't they? Man, when you put it together with this story, it's just woo. It's eye-opening to me. All right, take care, guys. Have a beautiful night.